Grab a jar of the water of life, sit down, relax, and enjoy another presentation from the Dwarven Vault. Hello, everybody. It's me, Riffraff Hornhelm, and I'm back again with another presentation from the Dwarven Vault. And today, it's like the title says, changes. You know, like the song. We're making some changes here in the channel and trying to, I don't know, liven things up a bit and correct some mistakes from the past and things of that nature. So, starting with this video, which, by the way, is the first video I've made in more than 2 months. Mid-December was the last time I did anything, and everything you've been watching has been stuff recorded back at that time. But not this stuff. This is recent stuff. And we're going to continue with some of the features that people seem to enjoy, the monster reviews and the fail tales and Cranky's Corner, and we'll have some interviews come back this year, and there'll be some new things that are coming as well. I'm not going to go into too much detail, only because best laid plans don't always work out, so you'll be introduced as we go along, but there should be some very soon. And we're also making some changes in the look of the channel. And yes, there is some stuff that is currently called AI that's going to be used. But if that's AI, I'm a monkey's uncle. It's not anything that I at all would consider to be AI. But then again, I don't consider 99% of what's out there to be AI in terms of what that definition means to me. Everybody's got their own view. Bottom line is, it's allowing me to do things that I, as an individual, would not be able to do that I think might add some color to the program. Well, let me know. If you don't like it, I'll stop. If you like it, I'll continue, or maybe even do more, or invest in it more heavily. You have to remember that from a channel perspective, to do many of these things, well, it costs money. And no dwarf ever got rich by spending his money. And that applies to this dwarf as well. So I'm doing what makes sense to me. If at some point in the far distant future this channel actually ever produces any money, which really don't care, but if it does, it's going to go back into the channel. So in the meantime, we've got changes coming. I'm going to put a plug out there for an event that, though frustrating, best replicates what I went through in the earliest days of Dungeons & Dragons in terms of conventions and feel of a convention. And that's the upcoming GaryCon in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. I don't make anything for saying anything about it. I'm just saying that from my own experience, being a player from the earliest days of D&D, this is what it was like, at least in terms of feel. It's much more corporate in terms of how it's laid out, and their tiers of membership and all this kind of stuff. Certainly the people organizing this are definitely in this to make money. And great thing is nerds tend to have it. But because I see so much interest these days in what it was like in the earliest days of D&D and how things were like, and there's no way you can go back. But certainly this embodies much more the spirit of the early conventions than something like Gen Con does today. Not that Gen Con is bad. It's a fine convention. Obviously covers pretty much everything in the world of gaming. GaryCon is a lot more like it was in the early days, partly because there wasn't very much in the way of role-playing games or games of similar interests and so forth. It was the earliest days, and they were all being invented, frankly. So, if you enjoy something like that, I highly recommend it. It's coming up here in the second half of March, 2026, and it's an annual event. And if you want to get tickets at this point, I don't even know if you can. They tend to sell out very early on all the tickets for the show. They don't have gate tickets, or if they do, it's something like a very, very small amount of them. But don't lose hope. There's always next year, and I think registration opens in like July or something. So In any case, moving on from that, and give us feedback on the new stuff that you see. If you're an existing viewer, or subscriber, hopefully, please give us feedback. If you think it looks wonky, well, say so. If it looks okay, if it adds something to it, and you're okay with it, that's cool. Then we will have succeeded in our mission. And we look forward to seeing you all real soon. We very much appreciate your support. Take care, everyone. And remember, dwarves rock!